guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back. Happy New Year, everybody. I just posted a video today actually, and I know that the lighting and the quality is not the best. I'll be the first one to say that. I'm still figuring out, like I said, new surrounding and all of that stuff. I know you guys are sick of hearing that, but when I was at my old house in my room filming, I had, picked the perfect timing and the perfect setup. I filmed in front of my window, and the lighting was always bomb. Okay, because I used my natural light, because I'm not in the place right now where I can buy all those lightings that the fancy YouTubers got. So this is what you're gonna get for until I can go ahead and purchase those lights. But anyway, let's get into the video. I hope all in the BK squad are doing very well. We are now at 14, going strong. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll be happy to have you. Okay, so in this video, we're going to be doing another story time. The last story time I did was telling you guys how I broke my foot, my very first broken bone, and a lot of you really enjoyed that. I got a lot of great feedback. A lot of people got a little laugh out of it too. It's embarrassing and pathetic. If you haven't already seen it, I will link it down below. So go ahead and get some popcorn, because we're going to get into this story time. This video is going to be a story time about how I almost got scammed. Yeah, almost got scammed. So as all of you are well aware of now, I have recently relocated to Atlanta, and part of that relocating process was to find a new job. So in the weeks leading up to our move, I had been applying everywhere and anywhere to make sure that I hit the ground running with the new job. And once we got on our feet a little bit better, I could search for something that a role that I really wanted, or something that I felt more comfortable with. So in that process, I did go ahead and register for a couple of job boards and internet boards. Some of you may be familiar with them, like Monster, Career Builder, and more specifically, Indeed.com. And somebody reached out to me. Somebody emailed me saying that they were with this company. I'm pretty sure it's called like Cube Innovations or something like that. I'll put the name of it right here, because I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. And they said that my resume was approved and that I had been selected for a phone interview or video chat, Skype interview, whatever, and that my prompt response was necessary because they only selected a few people and they were looking to fill the position rather quickly. So in the email, they instructed me to go ahead and download this app called Google Hangouts, and they gave me this email of this lady, to the HR hiring manager or whatever, and they said go ahead and send her a message so you can go ahead and start the process, and she will interview you and let you know if you've moved on to the next step. So I'm thinking, okay, this is great. I go ahead and I pull up the company information. I go Google them, and because I had never heard of them before, and I Google them, and they look like a pretty reputable company. They've been in business since 1903. It's like an engineering, innovative sort of thing. So here I am thinking, what am I gonna be doing for you guys? And I guess they were looking for an assistant. And I'm just coming off of a role where I was an assistant or administrative assistant, receptionist, whatever. So I was like, okay, I can do that again. And I go ahead and I email the lady, hi, my name is Brianna. I was emailed by somebody from your company. They told me to go ahead and reach out to you so that I can start the process of possibly getting a position with you guys. And she was like, yeah, we can go ahead and start. Let me ask you a few questions. And I'm like, okay, is this going to be a video chat, like a Skype, or is this just going to be, chatting back and forth? And she said, first off, we're just going to do chatting back and forth. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's okay. So she started asking me all these questions. What's your name? Give me your address. And we started going into pretty standard interview questions, like what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and all that sort of thing. And that went on for about 10 minutes. And then after that, she was like, okay, you've done very well in the interview. I'm going to go ahead and send all of your information to the hiring manager, and they'll let you know, or I'll let you know if you got the position. So I get another email like 3 minutes after that, and she's like, I want to go ahead and extend a congratulations to you. You've been selected for, the assistant position. It's paying $25 an hour. $25 an hour. And so are you going to take it? And I was like, yes, sure, it's $25 an hour, of course. And she was like, okay, well, stay close to your email or whatever, watch your email, and I'll send you some more information. So I immediately called my mom, I called my best friend, I talked to my sister. I was like, this place is trying to offer me a job for $25 an hour. And I've never made that much money before, and it just didn't sit right with me. Like, something in my stomach was telling me to further investigate. Like, something just didn't sit right with me. And my mom was like, girl, you better get that job, okay? You better get it. That's $25 an hour. That's a good job. And she was like, you did your research. They look like a legitimate company. You know, you should be good. But my best friend was like, you know what, Brianna? I just think something doesn't sit right with me. I think you need to do a little bit more research. Like, just be careful. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to proceed, but I'll proceed with caution. So the other email I got was basically stating that this was going to be an at-home position for the time being, because they had yet to build or finish building the location that would be in Atlanta. So I would have to get all of my equipment, like software, headset, a computer possibly, and all the stuff that I'd be needing to do my data entry and answering the phone and connecting people and stuff like that from home for the time being. And then I would move to an office location. And they said, you don't have to worry about paying for all the equipment. We will send you a check. We'll send you a check for the equipment that you need. And I was like, okay. Okay. And when I read that, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a scam. And I texted my best friend. They were like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. Like I said, you need to do more research. So I went ahead and I went back to Google and I put in the company name, Cube Innovations or whatever, and I put scam. I put the word scam behind it. And all this stuff kept coming up. All these forums and all these people who were victims of being scammed saying the exact thing that was happening to me. That they get an email about somebody saying that they had seen your resume on some type of job board and they were interested in offering your position, paying a large amount of money, like $25 or whatever, and then they would coerce you, I guess, or instruct you to download Google Hangouts or some type of app or whatever, and then they just chat with you, and you know, then they'd offer you the job, and then they'd say they were going to send you a check, and the check would also not be legitimate. And then those people who were so anxious and desperate to get a job would then go and put that money into their accounts, and that check would not clear. But they would go spend all that money buying the equipment, and then that check wouldn't clear, and it'd go back against them, and then they'd be charged all these fees with their bank. But upon receiving the check, they get an email or a call from somebody within the company to say, we sent you too much, we overpaid you, we need you to send us some money back. So like $1,000 or something. So those people are out on $1,000 plus the money that didn't clear from the check. And they owe all of their bank those fees. So they're left jobless and broke. Unless you got that kind of money lying around in the bank. But I mean, I'm just saying that even still a $3,000 loss, because that's how much the check was when I got it. So I'm skipping ahead here. But anyway, that was the scenario that was in those forums and stuff. And all those people saying, don't trust it, don't do it, don't put that check in the bank. And I also have banking background as well. So I know that there are a lot of scams going around, I know what a fake check looks like. I know how many numbers are usually in a routing number and an account number. And I just know what to look for. That's the way I was trained. And I was like, yeah, this is exactly what is happening to me. So I reached out to the hiring manager or whatever, and I was like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't feel comfortable with this whole situation at all. It's a little unsettling how I have yet to meet in person with anyone, or even see anyone, or speak with anyone on the phone, or I haven't had a formal interview. That just doesn't sit right. And they were like, well, this is a online based company, and we will meet with you once you receive your check. Once you receive your check, I'll let you know what to do. And so I get the check. It's clearly fake. It's like $3,000 or something. I'm like, this is ridiculous. The check was from a bank in Chicago, but the company is supposed to be based in Wisconsin. Yeah, okay. And I was like, you know what? So I emailed them back. I was like, you know what? I did a lot of research, and I've heard that people are being scammed, and I'm not going to cash this check until I know that it's legitimate. I will be checking with my bank. And after that, nothing. I didn't hear anything from them. It's been like a month. It's been like a month now since this is all transpired, and I've heard nothing from them. It just makes me so sad that they have taken advantage of people like me who are needing to find new employment, and people like me who are transitioning and, may be in a more desperate state. Some people who really need a job. And I'm just like, you're sending me a check. You don't know I didn't give them my social. They didn't ask that. I'm smarter than that. But they didn't even ask me for my social or any other personal information. They just asked me for my name, number, and address so that they could send me the check. And just the fact that there are people out there that are taking advantage of others and doing wrong, I mean, I don't think that's ever going to change, but it's sad, and it just makes me feel so bad. But I am very, very glad. I mean, the moral of the story is to always go with your gut. From the beginning, even before I heard anything about the scam, something in me was just like, Bree, please do more research. Be cautious. And it's in my nature to be cautious. I'm a very cautious person. Anyway, I'm very suspicious and apprehensive about certain things. But somebody coming to me talking about they're going to pay me $25, you don't even know what I look like. You don't know the sound of my voice. You don't know anything about me. Usually places like that, you have to go through some sort of background screening or something like that. Nothing. And you're going to send me a $3,000 check? This is completely illegitimate. And I told them about themselves, and hopefully that'll make them think twice about doing it again. But I'm putting this video out there to, anybody who is noticing these signs, don't do it. Don't give them any of your information, any banking information, any of your social, any other personal information that could potentially, enable them to do anything illegal or whatever. So I went ahead and I deleted that app, and like I said, it's been over a month and I haven't heard anything from them. That was the first time that anything like that has ever happened to me before, and it was really scary. But how everything ended was also kind of funny. Like, I'm at that point where I can look back on it and laugh now. But that's my crazy I almost got scammed story. If you guys found any enjoyment in this, you can go ahead and hit that like button, and I will try to do more of these story times. And like I said already, if you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so you can keep up with me. And if you have any comments or anything like that, you know what to do. Go ahead and put them down below, or you can hit me up. All of my social media links are listed down below as well, as they are always. So be sure to follow me on all of that. And I think that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned.